Hi, and welcome to SlatorCon Silicon Valley 2025. I'm Anna Wyndham, Head of Research at Slator, and I'm here today with the CEO of Smartling, Bryan Murphy.
Hi, Anna.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Bryan, I wanted to take this opportunity to ask you about a recent announcement from Smartling, which is that you have released a new MPC server.
Yep.
And this connects AI coding assistants with your localization platform. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, we're super excited about this product innovation and announcement. It's really a big step forward in our journey to making translation as a service, right? So translation now is getting so cost effective and quick that now the bottleneck now is the integration with other applications, right? So that automation aspect. So MCP server enables users in any compatible AI platform to access the power of Smartling, get access to high quality on-brand translation, access to projects, linguistic assets, etc., right from their application.
Great. And what kind of impact do you see this having on AI implementation and localization already? The trajectory has already been accelerating. It's very much part of the landscape now. But what kind of impact does this kind of innovation have?
Well, it's funny. It's one of the fastest growing connectors we've launched. There's a huge amount of demand for this as AI coding becomes more popular, right? And so the developers are always looking to improve the speed at which they can develop. And translation localization has always been sort of like a bottleneck in that process. So this really unblocks that bottleneck. So we're already seeing them access it to use it once again to do very high quality on-brand translations from their centralized custom trained engines in the Smartling platform, extract the strings, create the files they need, and away they go.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned before the call, or before this interview, that Smartling's done some research on AI adoption in localization. Can you share some of the findings?
Sure.
With us?
Yeah, absolutely. It was really interesting. With the release of GPT-5, right? So there's a lot of news on that. Was it good? Was it not? It was a 2-year release for them, and people had very high expectations. So I actually asked the team. I said, let's go in and let's compare the model releases for these different engines, and let's see if the pace of innovation is there, what it is. And it was really fascinating to see that what we saw was if you go from GPT 3.5 to 4, right, there's a pretty substantial improvement in translation quality, right? So we looked at it from the lens of not how do you make a margarita recipe, but how does it do at translation, right? And then each subsequent release from 4 to 4.5 and to 5, that innovation or that pace of quality improvement slowed pretty dramatically. In fact, with some of the models, Nano, et cetera, it actually got slightly worse. So why that's important is because, so for example, today, if you measure by TER, right, translation to edit rate, trained MT is still about twice, is twice as good or 2 times better, has half the error rate of a large language model, right? So if that pace of innovation is slowing, it means that it's going to take a lot longer than I think that a lot of people thought that that an LLM would be able to match the quality of trained MT. And that's important because a lot of people are thinking, hey, we're just going to use an LLM to translate. And so I don't think that that's going to happen as soon as people think. And just to be clear, I want it to happen, right? So we're all part of this AI vision, but it meant really retoggling the way we think about innovation.
Oh, well, that's a really interesting insight.
Yeah.
And last question. Let's imagine we're here in 12 months again at Menlo Park, SlatorCon. What do you think will have changed in the AI localization landscape in that time?
I think that we're really focused a lot on maximizing quality. We just did a really interesting study. Our customers are translating significantly more content, over 255% more content, with about a 60% reduction in the cost per word over the last 36 months, okay, as they lean into these more automated solutions, right? So it's really important that we have the ability to deliver these very custom trained engines that are delivering on-brand, high-quality content, and also putting into place automated QA tools like hallucination mitigation or detection and mitigation, and automated QA tools. Because we expect that volume will continue to rise rapidly with these new tools and automation made available. So it's critically important that as this is happening is that our customers have clarity and assurance that the quality of the translations is very high.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time today, and looking forward to your presentation today at SlatorCon, and have a great day.
Great, thanks, Anna.